The world glitched and then pretended it didn't. I was riding the bus home, looking at my phone and checking my grocery list. Eggs, milk, bread. I must have spaced out because the ride felt shorter than usual. Suddenly, the bus was slowing at my stop. I put my phone away and looked out the window, and my stomach sank. The whole neighborhood was dark. No streetlights, no lit windows, nothing. Just black, with a few car headlights flashing past that didn't seem to light anything up. I started heading home and noticed that the stores were mostly closed. Only the big supermarket was open, and even though it had generators, it still looked pretty dark compared to the big lights around it normally. After I bought my stuff and was heading out, I started to hear a muffled voice in the intercom speaking, but I left. I had to climb the stairs to my house when I heard a car crashing sound and some muffled voices of people panicking. I got chills running down my spine and instantly opened and closed the door home. It was so tense I barely noticed my phone buzzing in my pocket. When I finally looked at it, there was a notification I'd never seen before. I hadn't even realized it was there until that moment. I looked out the window and saw people running in every direction, like their lives depended on it. I stared for a second, then focused back on my phone. Chills ran down my spine when I saw it said, "Amber Alert." Multiple incidents had happened around my area, and it was spreading fast. No place was safe. My jaw dropped when I read the last line. It told people to do anything possible to survive. I closed all the windows and turned on every light I could find. My brain was still trying to process what had happened, but nothing made sense. I was tired. My hands shook. My stomach was empty. I forced down a little food and went to bed early. The next morning, something felt wrong. I checked the clock. 8:27. I hadn't even heard my alarm. Outside, there was no sound. The streets were completely empty, like no one had ever lived there. The power was still out. Slowly, I realized the electricity and all services were gone. I checked my food and rationed it, trying to feel in control, but the quiet pressed in. Every creak of the house made my heart jump. Minutes dragged like hours. I couldn't stand it anymore. I stepped outside. Everything was still closed. Every store, every shop, every door. Dust and trash covered the streets, and the cars were still parked like people had vanished. Near the corner where the crash had happened, smoke still curled from a huge burning spot. The smell of burnt asphalt and fire hung in the air. My stomach tightened as I stared at it. Something about the street felt wrong. I went home again and stood by the window. That's when I saw him. At first, he looked like a normal person standing on the sidewalk. But something was off. His weight was wrong, his head tilted just a little too much. His posture almost perfect, but too stiff. His eyes met the window I was standing at, not my face, just the glass. His mouth was closed, but the corners were pulled slightly upward, not a smile, just wrong. My body went cold. Then the crash happened again, from the same place. But this time it wasn't just a noise. It rolled through every building, echoed through the street, then died. No screams, no smoke, nothing. I looked back at him. He had moved closer, not walked, not turned. Just shifted like the crash had set him in motion. My phone buzzed in my hand, rattling so hard it almost slipped. I looked down. A notification I'd never seen lit the screen. I glanced back at the street. He was gone. Just empty pavement. My hands shook as I read the words. Do not look for them. If you have already seen one, you are no longer alone. I backed away from the window. The buzzing continued, even with the screen off, even with no signal. Then I heard it. A soft sound behind me, inside the house. Not loud, just the weight of someone shifting. I didn't turn. My chest tightened. My phone buzzed again, harder this time. One last notification lit the screen. It followed you when you went inside. Do not turn around. I felt warm air brush the back of my neck. Too close, too real. The buzzing stopped. The screen went black. That's when it hit me. I hadn't locked the door. I had only slammed it shut. Everything I thought was safe wasn't.